So my name is Niklas Peschke. I am the International Admissions Counselor here at Principia College.
When you were a student at Principia, did you go off campus to get coffee?
Yes.
How often?
It really depended. I know I didn't have a car, so I just kind of relied on my best friend who did have a car. And sometimes on Fridays we would go, like after class, to Mava's. And that was our go-to place back in the day.
Which of these moods do you identify with the most? Earthy, academia, or industrial?
Ooh. I'm thinking earthy right now. Yeah.
Good choice. Why?
Why earthy? Well, the first thing that comes to mind with earthy is just being outside. And I'm always so refreshed when I'm outside. So that's what first came to mind.
Do you still go out and get coffee in Alton?
Yes.
Which do you go to more now? Do you still go to Mava's? Like, is that still your go-to spot, or do you find yourself more like Germania or Post?
I love Post Commons. Yeah, that's my go-to.
Interesting. What do you like most about Post?
I love the vibe. Like, you walk in and it's just so open and inviting, and the people who work there are also really sweet. And the food is surprisingly good. Like, I was kind of blown away by their breakfast wraps, actually. And I'm never disappointed, like a Saturday morning, getting a coffee. I had a really good iced lavender coffee there that it's now like my top 3 coffees that I love. And yeah, just the history there too, the fact that it was actually a post office at some point is pretty cool. And it's also just so random because you'll be there having your own little coffee, but then a wedding will be going on. And so you're like running into all these people with tuxedos and you're like, what are you doing in a coffee shop? They're like, well, it's a nice venue. I'm like, okay, for a wedding, sure.
Interesting. How do you feel about a Starbucks coming to Alton?
Ooh, I'm conflicted. We already have a McDonald's. We have a Taco Bell. Like, why do we need a Starbucks? When it comes to the fast food like network out here, I feel like we already have what we need. Having a Chick-fil-A would be great, but I think we have really good coffee shops, and that's a culture out here. And if you were just to implant a Starbucks, I feel like that kind of takes away from it. The vibe of Alton that I love is that it's so unique with its coffee shops, the buildings that they're in. It's not just like a pop-up box where you can just drive through and get a coffee. It's like an actual environment, and it's cultural, So I feel like if they were to have a Starbucks, it might take away from that.
Yeah. When you go off campus to get coffee, do you usually go by yourself, or do you go with like friends?
Yeah, it depends. I've rarely gone by myself. I remember just recently, actually, I went to get a haircut at a new barbershop that opened up not too long ago, right like down the hall from Mava's. Like, it's in the same building, and I had no idea there was a barbershop there. And then afterwards I was like, yeah, I'll get a coffee, why not? But whenever I go to Post, whenever I'm in Germania's, I'm always with friends or family. Go out there to Post Commons, guys. It's super nice.